Yo, what's up, everybody? This is episode 63 of the Streamer's Paradise podcast. I'm Hazy. We got Clutch and Bo. What's going on? What's up, boys?
Chilling, man. You guys trying to catch me sleeping over here, trying to finish up a quick bite or something.
Well, we got raided a little early. Thank you, Cobra, for the raid of 88 people. Love to see it. I'm going to turn you guys up real quick. I always have to drop that down after podcasts because it's so loud. Yo, make sure you're ready to go live, homie. I crashed already once today. All right?
Okay.
I crashed once already.
I got you. You know it.
Let's not do that again, man.
I don't know what it is, but for some reason I have really bad luck, man. I don't know if it's my equipment. I don't know if it's the internet. I don't know what it is, bro. But nothing else is affected except for me getting disconnected from Streamlabs. And that's what happens every time. I just get my stream gets botched.
Maybe it's Streamlabs.
The same here too with me because I want to have Streamlabs overnight too to hold the podcast reruns. I out of nowhere disconnect sometimes. Like I think this morning I disconnected. I didn't even know.
Yup.
No, I mean, I've been preaching fucking OBS for 3 years now.
I won't do it.
No.
Why not? Why not?
Well, for one,
There's a lot to move over.
yeah. For one, there's a lot to move
It's
over.
actually not, but
There is quite a bit because Streamlabs has all your widgets built in. I'd have to find a link for every fucking thing that I do. You see how much shit I got going on in my Streamlabs. I cleaned it up recently,
easy,
but
bro.
yeah, I don't care. I'm not trying to deal with it. Yo, beautiful Momster, welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. Puggle Pug, Cybershot, Munchie, Sadior 420. Welcome in, guys. P.
I
Fraser.
can't stop laughing.
Who?
Yeah, I'm not.
No, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not.
No, I'm not. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna pretend. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even gonna.
But I'd be like, yeah, like I'll think about it.
Yeah,
Like,
nah. Nope.
I'm not doing that.
Nope, not doing it. Even though it's probably a good idea.
That's okay. It's okay. I can host for you when you
Yes,
get your
that's
next
fine.
week.
Yo, so we did a whole episode on that Ocean Gate submersible. Remember, a couple weeks ago or a month ago now. So there's some. They just did a 60 minutes thing on it. Did you guys watch that? So
Nope.
this is just news in modern day shit, right? Like everybody's got
And
something.
nobody cares anymore.
Everybody's got something to say now. You don't think anybody cares? They said some
Or
horrible
the
things.
news like it was. Oh, bro, the memes were fucking.
Well, more so than
they
the
were
memes.
roasting them.
What I'm saying is, the guy who was like friends with the owner of Ocean Gate, he was somebody who was apparently a very loud naysayer. Like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. I don't, they were doing this shit legally in international waters. So it was like all like pirates and shit. There was no laws, right? International waters, there is no laws. You can't. There's no cops out there.
It's
There's
not
nobody,
enforceable. Yeah, it's
yeah,
not
there's
enforceable.
nobody.
There's nothing that's enforceable.
Yeah, and there's nobody out there to make sure you're doing anything right. So apparently that's why he was able to get away with all this stuff. So I was talking to this guy. They were talking to this guy, and he goes, Stockton Rush set up a rat trap for billionaires. What? A rat trap for billionaires? I mean, that's just some dark shit to say. Like you caught 2 billionaires in a rat trap. What does that mean? Homie said Stockton Rush is more famous now that he's murdered 2 billionaires than he would have ever been if he was alive just playing with his submarine. So this was on 60 Minutes, man. This shit was hardcore. So it was interesting to see all these people coming out saying that they were against it. They were speaking loudly, and he was completely ignoring them. It was an interesting concept.
From what I understand too, it's like for things like this, it's not like who's to say it's safe, right? So apparently, like when you do stuff like this, it's all peer review.
Well,
so you bring it like
there is actual for submersibles. There is safety standards. Yeah, for sure. We talked about that though.
Like a lot of it's done by like peer review. Like other engineers will look at the designs and and the plans and how it's done, and say like, yeah, this, I think this is a good idea. I think this is safe. It'll work to this pressure, whatever. It's like with planes too that people build themselves. And apparently, all the peer reviews were like, nah, man,
Yeah,
like don't do this.
Exactly. Welcome in One Way Josh and Daisuke. Is that how we say it? Daisuke Carnage, thank you, man. Thank you for driving and chatting with us, even though it's dangerous. Don't do that. Make sure you're at a stoplight, bro. Voice text. Next Gen Friend, how we doing? Pathetic Space, welcome in, guys. Doctor Who, thank you guys for being here. This is the Streamers Paradise Podcast, episode 63. If you do want to hear a topic that is going on in the world, or just something that you want to hear us talk about in general, go into the podcast channel inside the Discord and put it in there. Let us know, and we'll go to it. There's a couple in there I wanted to actually touch on. I wanted to say about the Stockton Rush shit, because that was crazy to hear. There she is, Daniela on the stream. Welcome, Daniela. Yo, look at her.
Look at it. She's knocked out, yo. She's knocked out. My girl, I gotta take care of the sun real quick, so I'm watching her right now.
Bring her in close, man.
You ready?
Adrenaline Bear, thank you for the first time chat. Welcome. Yo, she's got Brit's cheeks, man. Like her whole face, like right in here.
Better.
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
Yeah, I know, right? She definitely got her face. It was looking at me at first, but I feel like now she's getting her features already.
How old is she now? 3 weeks old?
Yep, almost 3 weeks old now. Well, actually, yeah, it was 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks and 1 day, so.
My baby's been putting us through the ringer, man, with the not sleeping shit.
Oh my God, man. Hearing about that is like, I'm not looking forward to that.
So how you making out with it? Because I remember like the whole time you were like, I got this. I don't sleep.
I'm not doing well. I'm not doing well at all.
I appreciate, as much as you're honest about not leaving the Streamlabs, you're honest about the sleep.
I don't have any reason to lie about anything ever. I'm always so honest.
Like, I am not.
I'm brutally honest to a fault, actually. Like,
no, but it's like the delivery of both of those was perfect. Like,
yeah, no,
like, I'm not doing it. And then, like, I'm not doing well.
I'm not doing well at all. And that's not even entirely true. Like, I am doing okay. I'm just like mentally, I'm tired, man. I feel like the days have bled together. Clutch, you're feeling that shit, right? Like, the days are one. In these early stages, and it's my first time ever dealing with it.
I got the two toddlers, and it's the same between two toddlers and work. It's like all different. Today, just 3 days a week. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
That's the same thing here. It's just.
So what did I do yesterday? What am I doing today? And what's the plan for tomorrow? That's it.
Yo, Ragnarok.
Not much past that.
Thank you so much for the 14 months, brother. I appreciate you. What is a day exactly? DJ Unda, appreciate you being in here. Treble, thank you for the hype. Yeah, exactly. What is a day? Today, tomorrow, and yesterday, right? Is that what it is?
Anything that takes place more than that far out, I have to put in the calendar so I don't forget it. I have to put it in my calendar on my phone so that it sends me a notification like, hey, fuck, speaking of which, I forgot to pick up my medicine on the way home from work, see?
So Bo is actually in that situation, Cybershot. He has two in that age range. How close are they?
Mine, 13 months.
13 months apart.
Months.
Man, back to back.
10, 11, 12. So there's only 3 months of non-pregnancy for her for an entire 2 years.
Yeah, that's like about as minimal as you can. What do they tell you?
Irish twins, yeah, 6 weeks they say.
6 weeks, yeah. So
you waited a month longer.
I was able to give her an extra 2. Or 2, or whatever it was. I don't even know where I'm at.
Been there, done that. Have 2 grandkids now. Holy crap! Crazy, Bo. So,
yeah, that's much.
When do you think the most difficult time for them sleeping is?
I think the most difficult is if you end up with the sleep regression around like 2 years, because it's like 1.5, 2 years old. Sometimes they go through sleep regression. So it's like they've been sleeping through the night every night for a while, and you've gotten used to it, and then they start waking up again, that's the worst, because it's like, you're like, right now you're in it. It's like you're in the trenches, right? Today, tomorrow, yesterday, whatever. It's all the same, right? It's like, all right, I'm probably going to have to get up again tonight. Then they start sleeping through the night, and you're like, all right, we're here. We've made it. And then they have that sleep regression, and you're like, what the fuck? That was the hardest part.
Steelix, congratulations on the baby boy on the way, September 21st. That's soon. That's 2 months away. Congrats. We had our little girl 2 months ago. Clutch had his little girl a month ago almost.
Steelix, is that your first?
Yeah, it's a good question. Thank you,
I feel
Zimby.
like I'm a
Esor,
seasoned
nice to
vet.
see you. Yeah, you're a seasoned vet. Big C, what's up?
dude, September. By the time his baby is born, my first will be 18.
First for you? Wow, okay. So this was the first
18.
for mine as well. You have an 18-year-old. That's crazy.
Not yet.
Insane.
But by the time Steelix has his baby, my oldest will be 18. Taking his ass out of the house. No, I'm just kidding. I don't get why people do this shit.
Dude, I have learned so much about myself and about life in the last 7 weeks. I can't imagine what my daughter is going to teach me in the next, however many years I'm blessed with being able to be her father, Like, it is, I am literally learning from her, and she can't even talk, It's a really beautiful thing.
I think one thing I said is that one thing about kids, they make you appreciate life more. Like, that's how I feel like personally with both of them. I just appreciate it every day.
Madhouse, what's
crazy.
good? When my kids graduate, they get first and last month's rent. Thank you for the follow, Bert. But yeah, Mr. Mills, thank you for the 16-month streak, sir. You are a legend. Ragnarok, 14 months. We got a lot of long-time subscribers in here, man. A lot of long-time subscribers. It's beautiful. Welcome in, Bert. Happy to have you. This is the Streamers Paradise Podcast, episode number 63. We've been at this for a minute, so
Yeah.
it's hard. It's hard sometimes to you know what I wanted to do? I wanted to take the first 52 episodes and make that season 1, right? 1 a week for a year, and then we're on season 2 now. You know what I mean?
But did we do? But we did.
Nah, I'm
we
just
didn't
saying
do
the first 50,
technically.
the
We're
first
close
50
enough.
but the first 52 could be a season, right? Because now we do them every week,
Yeah.
and we can
Yeah,
break them
we
down in
kinda can.
playlists like that.
You could I mean, like season 1 of a show isn't a full year. You could actually just do those by quarter and be like 4 seasons deep.
Yeah. So did you guys see that somebody was watching or saw the podcast on Spotify and joined the Discord? Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah, I saw that. That
You
was
did?
awesome
Yo.
to see.
I don't remember the name, but this person was listening to our podcast on Spotify and joined the Discord because of the podcast. So I found that to be incredible. Like,
That's pretty cool. I
yeah.
like that.
It's not like it cost us money to have our podcast
Just
out on these
the podcast.
platforms. You know what I mean? And the podcast doesn't make any money, right? It's the Streamers Paradise podcast. It doesn't make money, but
Exactly.
it costs money to have it everywhere, and it's cool to see that come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Are
it's
they a
everywhere.
streamer? Do
Yeah.
they stream?
That's the thing, man. I don't even know.
Were you in chat, sir?
Yeah, it wasn't around the time where he actually came into chat.
Somebody
I think-
screenshotted it and saved it for me, like put it in admin chat or something for me to see. I forget.
Okay. Was he in chat? Was it in chat
It was
or in the server, or did he come to the
OBOYUH. Oboya.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Aboya.
Oboya.
Aboya. I know somebody who's got a similar name.
So I'm looking in the podcast channel, right? Because that's where we do. And then actually, RJ Mono says to talk about the best films of the year so far. We actually did that. We did that a couple weeks ago, maybe a couple months ago now.
We do that every so often.
Yeah, we do. We do that every so
usually
often.
when something new, usually when something good and new comes out, we'll talk about it, and then we'll go
Explore.
with previous and like future, like what is planned.
Yeah, movies are a big one in here. See, my tattoos are movie related.
Yeah, as I say, Beetlejuice is it's a hot topic.
Beetlejuice 2 is coming out, which is going to be incredible, right? And
Really
Indiana Jones 5 just came out, which I did see. I thought it was awesome. I really did. I don't care
Yeah.
what people say. I thought it was dope. It was way over the top, obviously, right? Way over the top. Nothing like, I guess if you think about how the first one was the Ark of the Covenant and it's all been very supernatural in Indiana Jones, I guess it's not over the top. So I retract that.
It's been a while since I've seen any of the Indiana Jones.
The first one was
Right.
the Ark of the Covenant, right? You know what that is.
Like, I couldn't tell you. It's been so long since I've seen them. I couldn't tell you which one was which.
Yo, Vito. Well, no, the Ark of the
Well,
Covenant is
well, that
Raiders
was-
of the Lost Ark.
What I was gonna say was it's crazy like where technology was now or is now versus then. Yet still how good a lot of the movies from that era are with
The
special
on-location
effects, like-
stuff.
yeah, like just how they did special effects with like taking advantage of camera angles to make an object look bigger than it is and like
Yeah.
what they had available to them and what they did with it versus now it's like you could do anything on a computer.
Literally anything.
Like, yeah, you can literally do anything you want, and so it's like to see like a movie like that. So I actually like I would want to see it, not because I'm an Indiana Jones fan, but I would like to see how they did it and compare it to like how the old ones were, because that's the kind of stuff that interests me.
Temple of Doom was my favorite. That's what the tattoo is from. This is from Temple of Doom when he's on the bridge at the end with the sword in his hand, getting ready to... Right? So Temple of Doom is my favorite. That is actually the first one in the timeline. That happens before Raiders of the Lost Ark in the timeline, but it's the second movie. So the first one is Raiders of the Lost Ark. That's the Ark of the Covenant. That's the cup that Jesus... No, that's the third one. I'm sorry. The Ark of the Covenant is that chest that they open up. Something with God. I don't remember exactly. The second one was those stones that when you bring them together, the Shankara stones, you bring them together and they glow, ripping the heart out, exactly. And then the third one was the cup. What do they call the cup? The Holy Grail, right? The fourth one was Aliens, the Crystal Skull, and the fifth one is the Dial of
I
Destiny.
don't think I've ever seen.
The fifth one is about time travel, essentially.
I gotta be mad. I never seen any Indiana Jones.
What?
Never.
You never saw a single one?
I'm not gonna
And every time I
act
went
like
to
I'm a
Disney to
professional.
watch the show from it, it was always rained out, so I never even got to watch a show at Disney. No, unfortunately, I haven't.
Wow, bro. I'm sad for you.
I need to catch up on all these movies.
Butch always coming in with the shockers.
I feel like I had to say because I was like, I have nothing to relate to this now.
I haven't seen them in so long. I couldn't tell you much of any of them. I've seen a lot of them when I was younger, but I do remember like bits and pieces of them. But like I said, I couldn't.
You
couldn't
call
tell you which one
him
is
Dr.
which.
Jones, doll. Right, and that kid, Data from the Goonies, short round from Temple of Doom, he ended up being in that movie Everything, Everywhere, All the Time that just recently won a bunch of stuff. It was like a multiverse movie. Did you guys see that one?
No,
Wow.
I'm behind on movies lately.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not gonna lie.
That
Me
movie
too.
was out of control. Him and Brendan Fraser both won the
I actually gotta
Oscars.
talk to. Speaking of, I gotta talk to Chaos about movies. Chaos. I know you guys. Nobody's seen him in a while. He stays busy, but he's my movie plug.
Oh, is he?
He's got a Plex server. So like when I remember to ask him, I'll tell him like, hey, can you throw this on there? And he'll put it up, and then I'll just watch it on my TV.
He puts a what?
He's got a Plex server.
Oh, okay.
Plex is like a movie so he'll put the movie, like he'll get the bootleg version of it, put it on, and then I'll just turn my TV on because I have a Roku TV that's got the Plex app. So he'll upload it to his server, and I'll just watch it on my TV.
That's nice. That's quick.
That's I mean, he's picky though. He doesn't like. Not that he's picky. Like he's not gonna bother like waste his time with a crappy version.
No,
So it's like sometimes I gotta wait for the good one to come out. But it's still very nice of him to just throw it up. I'm like, hey man, can you give me this? And he'll just be like, yep. He'll download it. He'll put it on the server, and then I'll watch it.
yeah, that's dope.
It's pretty convenient. Batman is a bit more busy than he's ever been, I think.
Is he officially in those that higher position now? Like he's a
CISO, chief information security officer. He's a certified everything, bro. He's like I remember when he was starting to like be less and less available, like his boss was getting fired, like the person above him was getting fired or leaving or whatever. Well, the person above that guy left, so he took that role. He like became a director and then went and got the CISO certs. So he's in charge of like his job's whole information security shit.
It's fire.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is good.
It's nice. Lucky man, he got like it was just like right timing where it was like, you know, two people just left the company and it was like, all right, well, you are officially the only one that knows everything we need to know. So
yeah. Word. That works.
It's like, all right. And then they needed him to get the certs. I think they sent him to get the certs because I remember he was in New York for a little, like he had to come to the city or Boston or somewhere on the East Coast to get some of those certs. He traveled a bit and got the certs, and he's been in the role for a little bit.
Nice. That's really awesome, though. I'm happy for him because he deserves it. He worked really hard for that place for a while. Like,
he's been there for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he was grinding that job.
Grinding. And I remember when it was all falling apart too. He was like, "Fuck," you know what I mean? Like,
it was during COVID, like
it was tough.
During COVID and like the return to work stuff for them.
So I'm gonna look here.
It was a little iffy.
I'm gonna look here in the podcast topics.
Yeah, I gotta get a list of movies that I need. Like, you'll have to give me a list of movies that I can be like, hey, Chaos, can you
just go to just fucking favorite movies.4k. Whatever the fuck it is .tv. It's really movies 4k to.net. I'll send you the.
No, I'm saying I gotta know. I can ask him. He'll put on no problem. I just gotta get a list together because I haven't.
But what I'm saying is that if you look at this,
I'll just go there and like look.
If you look at the website, it just updates the movies constantly. So it's like all the new movies that are coming out, it's gonna show them there, and like all the newest TV, everything. So even if you don't want to watch it there, that'll be a good reference of like
a good
what's
place
new.
to look at. All right, I'll do.
Like what's new in there.
Yeah, the Bird Box is coming out. I clicked on the
Bird Box Brazil.
I forgot they're coming out with the new one. Yeah, coming out with the new one. I never seen the first one. I didn't see like that was a movie that like did not catch my interest at all. And I love Sandra Bullock, but I had no interest in
that movie. Was freaky, bro. That movie was freaky as hell.
I don't understand how any of it worked and
it basically
how it ended, you know.
The way that movie was, in my opinion, Sound of Freedom. So, okay, I actually hold on a second because this is tough. This Sound of Freedom thing is really tough. This is a whole thing that's going on right now. So Jim Caviezel, the guy that played Jesus Christ in The Passion of the Christ. Did you ever see that? Did you ever see the movie Frequency? Dennis Quaid. Anyway, Jim Caviezel is the actor in this movie. I guess he plays a cop. I think he plays a detective. I don't believe he plays a parent. I think he plays the detective. So this movie is based off the entertainment industry and how essentially this guy comes up to a person, a father and a mother or whatever, and goes, hey, your kid is gorgeous and we're filming this movie. They look like they would fit perfectly for this role, this film role. Or they put an ad on Craigslist and these aspiring actors go.
All right, yeah, we had gotta save it up real quick. It's all good. We back here, fam.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we're doing some quick games of Fortnite.
Bro, this is crazy. I literally called it. I said my shit was gonna crash.
Hold up, I gotta get to my camera. Sound
My
cool.
internet literally, I was in the call the whole time. Nothing changed. Right? Oh my goodness, this is frustrating. I gotta do something about this.
Ask you if you're gonna switch to OBS.
Not switching to OBS.
You have to, bro. You have to. It's all good. We here with the save. We back to it.
Yes, we're talking about the movie Sound of Freedom. Okay, so Sound of Freedom, Jim Caviezel is a cop in this movie, and these parents drop their kids off at this audition, and they say, "Hey, come back in 2 hours." And the 2 hour they want the movie silenced. That's a
That's what I was gonna say, bro. You start
no
talking
joke.
about some shit too much.
No joke. No joke. So they say come back in 2 hours. They come back in 2 hours and they're gone. The whole place is empty. It's like they just packed it all up and go. Your kid's gone. The phone number doesn't work. All of it. Then what?
That shit is crazy.
So can we imagine that level of like what the fuck? Sound of Freedom. I'm gonna Google it right now, just so that way. So
That way they can really shut your internet down.
yeah. So starring Jim Caviezel, the movie tells the story of a child trafficking and the people combating it, but its muted tone ultimately undercuts its solemn sense of mission. So the first 30 minutes or so of this picture are queasy for several reasons. After announcing that it's based on true events, The Sound of Freedom depicts its hero, the Homeland Security agent Tim Ballard, apprehending a pedophile. Another agent discussing their line of work and musing that it's a messed up world, wonders why they're not rescuing the children peddled by traffickers. Ballard, played by Jim Caviezel, gets a notion. He coddles the pedophile and sets up a sting. This nets him just one child. Queasiness derives from the contemporary thriller vibes of the police procedural material. They feel inappropriate. Then there are the scenes in which actual child actors perform being prepped for provocative pictures by adult groomers. What are the ethics of depiction here? The makers of the film initially seem to be grappling with how to properly tell us this story. It should be noted that the real-life Ballard has been accused of exaggerating his rescue narratives. That's not cool.
Wow.
I don't know if that means that, right? Do we get the Epstein client list? It's out, right? I thought the list was out, to be honest. Sound of Freedom settles a tone of pity. Let me just finish this up here. Bill Camp, as a sinner turned Samaritan, he gives the film's best performance, relays his conviction moment to Ballard. Quote, when God tells you what to do, you cannot hesitate, end quote. As Ballard's sense of mission grows, Caviezel is increasingly bathed in saintly light. Quote, God's children are not for sale, end quote, he intones. In Colombia, he arranges a bigger sting, and after that, the narrative diffuses into an improbable Heart of Darkness style river journey. The director does have a sense of flourish with single point perspective shots and considered dissolve, so it's hard to tell if the movie avoids any conventionally exciting set pieces or it's just lack of inspiration. So they're basically saying that filming the movie all in itself is like kind of foul. They're like how do you get children to pretend to be groomed? I suppose that's where some backlash is coming from.
Wow. Didn't think about that aspect of it either.
I mean, that's what it says right in the thing. It's like, how do you, like, you got child actors pretending to be in these situations? Like, that's still kind of weird, you know? That's still pretty weird. So this movie came out. It's got July 4th. It came out on Independence Day. The director is Alejandro Monteverde, and it stars Jim Caviezel, Mira Sorvino, Bill Camp, Javier Godino, and Jessica Barrato. I wanted to watch this with Chi. I actually I asked Chi if she wanted to watch it, and we didn't start really talking about it too much. But from what I'm reading, it's basically a first-time parent or any parents, like a new parent's complete nightmare to think about, right? Because I'm obviously, if you've been a parent for a while, this stuff has crossed your mind. But if you're a brand new parent and you're seeing this shit for the first time, like you're gonna fucking like it's nasty, I imagine, right?
That's crazy. I kind of want to see it. I always wanted to get Lucas into acting. Hopefully, Daniela. But it's like, I'm not hearing this.
It's scary,
Not hearing
man.
this. Yeah, that it's a whole shitty type of business, you know. I can believe it.
Douchebag, what's that? Exactly, what's that? What's bag? So the Sound of Freedom is actually on that website as well.
So I was gonna say, I remember when the Ocean Gate disappeared, one of the things that happened that week is,
The client list.
what is it, 47 million emails between like Epstein and J.P. Morgan Chase were released, or supposed to be released, but mistakenly deleted.
Hopefully, better now.
Can't hear you, Clutch. How do you 47 million?
47.
How do you even write that many emails? Like, how are you
back? There was like, I don't even know. I don't remember emailing back in when I was a kid, but they said these were like, this was information going back to the 70s communications. So I don't know what that is.
Like people
In
going
the
back and forth
1970s.
probably on the island or something.
But well, it says deleting communications between J.P. Morgan and like Epstein.
Wow.
So maybe letters, like maybe they had letters saved, like bank statements and stuff. But it's
Hold on,
47
pause it.
million.
Pause it because they're in an ad and people are listening. So stop for it. Do do do.
Or
do,
plan to
do.
be in New York soon, you should definitely come down to
You are
Pierce.
not listening to this ad. We thank you.
Okay, back. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just says like 47 million emails, but they were fined apparently $4 million, which is pennies to fucking J.P. Morgan. What is $4 million to a bank? But yeah, so that actually happened the week that Ocean Gate disappeared.
Really?
Wow.
Sorry, that's like when somebody said the client list. That
Reminded you of
it
the
reminded me
email.
of that because I had there was a couple other things too. Like Republicans like filed to impeach Biden, something with Biden's son getting out of trouble. Like there's a
Well,
couple things
Biden's
happened that
son
week.
showed up that day after he got what was it? All that's he showed up at that dinner. He showed up at that dinner after all that stuff came out. There was some kind of political dinner with all these important people, political people, and he was just there shaking hands.
Yeah.
Same hands he had that crack pipe in. You know what I mean? Just two
No, but
nights
it's what I'm saying,
before.
it's like yeah, it's like crazy because like that week that was missing, a lot of things happened that week.
It's
But we
interesting.
don't know.
That's
That
a
was one of them. Yeah, when somebody said the client list, that reminded me about this happening that week, and I thought this was one of the bigger, like whatever. If the fucking House files to impeach Biden, it's just a filing, whatever.
Yeah.
But like this is something that's intrigued me for a long time because I don't know. You guys know Ashton Kutcher? Like he fights against trafficking.
Oh,
like,
yes.
women, like he's
he,
probably
his
lost a lot of money in his career for that. But
his cell phone company accidentally got involved in some kind of a case with abductions, I think. Are you familiar with that? Am I saying something
I
wrong?
vaguely remember here. It was a while ago, right? This is years ago, right? Or is this new? Because I know he's been doing this he's been fighting and against this for quite some time now. Because you'll notice he's mistakenly disappeared from showbiz, right? Like he's not.
Yeah,
There's
he's
nothing.
not really.
Shows, movies,
a
nothing.
name.
Let me see exactly. Ashton Kutcher.
But I know he was like He was big on fighting for that, or like looking into that, trying to catch people. Because apparently it's obviously a huge thing between politics and like Hollywood.
I can imagine. Hollywood is
I
shady.
think it. Bro,
So let me see what he says.
Anything that revolves around money is shady as fuck.
That too, right?
Anything that involves money is shady. It will. I mean, a lot of times it is. It doesn't
By
have to
nature,
be.
yeah.
By nature. So he's the co-founder of the Digital Defenders of Children. Gotcha. So I don't know exactly how he got involved. He was surrounded by people who aren't in his favor and knew it, yet he still spoke up. He's on the edge of tears. He knows some of these horrible people. So, yeah, I don't know the depths of which he's involved, but he sits in front of Congress and talks to them from as the founder of Digital Defenders of Children. That's dope.
Yeah, that's why you don't see him anywhere. But it's nice to see like
That's
some
lit, though.
people like some people care. Some people from Hollywood care.
Exactly. Doing the right thing out here. Or trying to, at least, you know?
Like trying to, you know what I mean? Like he probably made some good money, has some good movies, and then now tries to spend his time doing something good. It's nice to see every once in a while. But yeah, that message in chat reminded me about this because there was a
It's-
couple things that like. Yeah, I seen it on it was like a TikTok, like what you missed, and I was like, all right, just because you say this on a TikTok doesn't mean I believe it. So I went to the Googles, started Googling some things.
They're getting things together for impeachment, but the articles haven't been released yet. That's like the one guy who died on Route 66, and Tom Hanks tweets about it like they made Ashton Kutcher disappear from the limelight. Butterfly Effect. Butterfly Effect was a good movie.
It was a good movie.
It
I
was a
seen
really
that
good
one.
movie. I was just like, I
He
got
was
that one.
he was young in that movie. That movie's like
It
from
was. It was
2004,
early.
5, 6 maybe. The
I think I
Butterfly
was still in
Effect.
high school. I think it was before 5. I feel like I was still in school for that.
And then they made a second movie, I think. But it wasn't with him, obviously. So yeah, that came out in 2004. It came out in 2004. I remember that movie being totally fucking whacked.
It was weird. It was a weird movie. Yeah, it was good though.
So and I remember the end result of that movie was him being able to, like, he was able to watch videos or read something from his past, like journals and shit, and then go back in time and then be
change what happened, like change the
Right.
story.
he was
And
but
when
he was
woke up.
he was aware
Whatever
of
he changed was like what the life he was living. Like it actually changed the course of his life.
right, but he was aware of it. So like if he was an infant baby, he was like his 30-year-old self or whatever it was.
In the infant baby body, yeah, somewhere. So yeah, there was some weird shit. Yeah,
Kyle said they made 3. I didn't know that.
because I remember it was like, but I don't think it was like when he like every time. I think it was like a certain. It wasn't like every night when he went to sleep. It was like I think maybe it was like when he hit his head. Like it's not when he like I don't. know
No,
if
he was
asleep,
having
but
seizures or something at first.
That's okay. Yeah, I don't.
It was
it's been
some
so long
shit
since
like
I've
that.
seen it.
But I know that he figured out how to harness it because he was reading his journals. I remember that. I remember very clearly he was reading his journals, and that's how he was going in, because he ended up in jail, and then he like had someone like send him a letter, right? Like he had like the
Maybe
letters
that's what it
sent.
was when he would read the journals, and like maybe it was when he would read the journals, he would have this like seizures and go back to that moment, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Took me a minute. Yeah.
Paradox. He had time travel paradox power. Yeah, it's crazy time travel shit. So
I didn't realize they made 3 of those though.
they made 3 butterfly effects. I know they made 2. I didn't know they made. There was
Were the
there's been
second 2 any good?
has there been, and I didn't see the second one. Has there been, what are the other movies like that with time travel paradox tough stuff? So obviously the main Back to the Future, right? You got Back to the Future. You have the obvious ones that that have the name like what is it, time travel movies. There's a couple of them that I don't.
Bro.
What's that? Bill and Ted. Right, Bill and Ted, Outlander. Outlander is
Bill and
one.
Ted.
There's a few. There's a
Bill
few.
and Ted, man.
What's
Keanu Reeves? That's like Keanu Reeves, like for one of his first movies.
The Time Machine? Exactly. That's the movie. The Time Machine. That's the movie.
Manifest was interesting.
No, never mind.
Manifest was trash.
I didn't watch much of it. I watched the first 2 episodes. I thought it was pretty interesting, but like the idea was interesting, but I didn't watch it.
Time Traveler's Wife. See, now we're getting somewhere. Hot Time Machine.
Hot
I like
Time Machine was the one I was thinking about when they said Time Machine. Hey, yo, Phil of the Future.
X-Men, all the DC and Marvel movies now, because they're all fucking
like different
multiverse.
universes.
Yeah,
Like,
that's different.
reset.
damn.
Reset.
Everybody could come back.
Did you guys end up seeing The Flash yet?
No.
Nope.
I will. I'm gonna try to.
Yo,
watch
you two
the
motherfuckers are the reason why we're not getting a standalone Michael Keaton Batman. Just so you know.
That's a hefty accusation.
I'm a Marvel fan, so I hold it down. Probably true.
The one with Bruce Willis.
I said it was fine.
12 Monkeys. 12 Monkeys
fine.
with Bruce
That's
Willis. 12 Monkeys.
Alright. I'll watch it
Bruce
on
Willis.
I'll watch it on like bootleg, and then.
So the reason
I'll
why I'm
still never
saying
know
that
I've seen it.
is because the movie flopped. It's a massive failure. But the movie was incredible. It was the best DC movie I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh my God, easily.
But that's not
And
saying much, right? But hey.
it's not saying much. It's not at all. And I'm saying like these new school DC movies, not prior with Christian Bale's and Batman, and then even the Joel Schumacher ones. Like I'm not even counting that stuff, right? Tim Burton stuff. Not counting any of that stuff. New school since Batman vs Superman. So since 2016, they've been fucking up the DC universe. And this was the first movie. It's been 6 years. Oh, 11/22/63. That is a show. And that's a good one. That's about
this
Kennedy
Flash is
assassination.
with the one that's got the guy that's got the accusations. The groomer accusations. Is that this Flash?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And they're not making another one apparently because
Of the accusations.
of him. Yeah. Apparently that's why two people can't help by 200 million. It doesn't matter, Carnage. I'm blaming them. Okay.
We're gonna try Carnage. I'm gonna
Blaming
watch it. That'll be like 100 million.
I'm blaming them. I'm blaming them.
Mar-
Listen, I gotta blame myself too because I didn't get my ass up and go see it in the movies. I didn't do that.
Shit.
I don't go see any movie in the movies anymore. I used to. Me and Chi used to drive all the way down to the Palisades and watch IMAX movie like once a month. We used to go to Dave and
Yeah.
Buster's. We used to,
Nice.
but
It's a drive.
it is a drive. But it was nice to go out. We didn't have any children. We didn't even have any dogs at that time. Like we would just get up and go.
This is the thing. This is the thing about the movie theater for me. Because I like watching movies in the movie theaters. But by me, they had to put all these fucking bars and food services in there. And I'm a bitch. And you put a menu in front of me and I'm going to order shit. And it's fucking $100 to go to see a movie.
So because
Yeah,
you
for
can't
real.
help yourself spending money,
Correct.
you
Yes.
see the movie?
Because I have a problem with food. So
I feel like
when you
that's a
put
shitty
menu-
excuse.
When you put a menu in front of me, I will order food. It's that simple.
I'm very bad when it comes to food myself. I have to. So that's part of what I was talking about a little bit earlier when I was saying like my daughter, she's teaching me so many things, man. I've never thought more about my health and about yo, go ahead, bro.
Thank you, Mom. I appreciate that. Let's go. Oh my God.
I've never felt more prepared to do things like change the way that I live or change the way I do stuff for her. Like, like she's inspiring so much change in me, and it's happening very quickly. It's wild, like how quick they can just change you.
Yeah. I do go to the movies, but like now when I go to the movies, it's like I go see Despicable Me, Super Mario. I go take the kids to the movies, but like I don't really go to the movies for me.
Right.
Yeah. Last movie I saw was the Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, it just reminded me. Sorry to get like super off topic, but I got that gift sub, and it was said something about the first sub badge, and I remember, it was right around the time we all met. I was going around collecting first sub badges on Mad channels.
Yeah. I didn't. I wasn't collecting any. I got mine from Clutch because I wanted it. I got Clutch's first badge from way back. I can't believe I even
that's
had
what I'm
one.
saying. That's what I'm saying. But around that time, like when there was a lot of people that were getting the first, that's the first, just becoming affiliates. I remember I was like, oh, let me get in there, get a first sub badge quick.
Why are you talking about that stupid fucking cookie? I love those cookies. I'm just trying to tell you that it's a cookie, bro. That shit is not healthy. That's all. And the Nature Valley almond butter things. I think I'm lagging. My internet is fucking trash right now.
I remember I've seen that argument I was having about
cookie?
that.
I'm a fan of cookies. I'm a fan of food, period.
Can we talk about it? I want to talk about it.
It's just, listen, I don't know if anybody's ever had the Nature Valley cinnamon biscuit with almond butter in the middle. They're delicious. I can buy. Oh God, yeah, they are so good.
No,
but to say that they're a healthy snack is not realistic. It's a cookie.
I was gonna say it's not Nature's Valley. Sorry, I had to check. I had these ones and I ran out and they didn't have any more.
Which ones?
Belvita. Or
oh, right.
Belvita.
So they look just like that,
just
except
like this, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they had a similar flavor, and I was like,
is that cinnamon and almond butter?
Chocolate. No, this one is dark chocolate. It's chocolate and
chocolate
or wheat or whatever. Yeah, I'm a sucker for chocolate, but my wife was like, "Oh, they don't have any. Do you want the cinnamon one?" And I was like, "No." But now that you say that, I'm like, "Fuck, I have to go try it."
Yeah, no, try the one. Try the almond butter and
cinnamon is a cinnamon one. Yeah, they have. I know they have a cinnamon one.
So it's cinnamon biscuit and almond butter. Yeah, it's really good, man. They're so good. And I didn't give him any shit. He just said he was just like delicious and healthy. And I was just like, well, they're not exactly healthy. They are delicious though. And he got all mad.
They like say that they're like a healthier snack, but yeah, there is nothing healthy about carbs and sugar.
Up down. Thanks for hanging with us, man. Hi, Mom. But yeah, that was 100%. Yeah, they're delicious as hell, but they're not. There's no fucking way they're healthy. Yeah, like it's not good for you.
It's a healthier.
A carrot, a piece of celery.
To an Oreo.
Right, it's better than. Might not even be. They're like 200 calories per one. 190 calories for one.
But calories aren't like a measurement of health. You gotta look at like.
No, for sure. But
carbs and saturated.
But there's a bunch of all that other stuff in there, man. There's all kinds of shit.
Here's what makes it unhealthy: is the fact that it's probably genetically modified and it's a bunch of processed food. All right, that's where.
So that's what I said, and then he goes, processed means it could just be like the oils that you fry your food in. It's all processed. It needs. I'm like, all right. We're getting into semantic here. Like, I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
Like, whatever, you win.
Yeah, you win. You got it. I don't want to do this. I want to go see.
I was gonna say I got these new headsets. I don't know. You guys, I'm sure everybody here has seen an advertisement for Raycon at this point, right?
Yeah, are they good?
Yeah, I had to get used to the sound. The sound's a little different. Like it's a little deeper.
So those are Bluetooth right to your PC, or are they going through your Go XLR?
Right they're Bluetooth right to the PC, but everything it doesn't go to the XLR. But the way I set it up is I don't use this input. I use the line in input and play it on the headset. So I actually do control it through the Go XLR. But they're not bad. They're really not bad. I was very skeptical, but I just happened to go on Amazon on Prime Day, not realizing it was Prime Day, and seeing they were on sale, and I was like, let me try them, because I needed new ones.
Yo,
but I was going to say, I seen them because I get advertisements out the fucking butt for these things. Oh, so you can't be like in the gaming scene and not have heard of Raycon at this point.
I've definitely heard of Raycons, but that's Ray J's brand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Ray J's brand. Ray J fucking was on the Breakfast Club with his sunglasses and his Raycon. Yeah, that's him.
Damn, since
So-
that back then, that interview?
With the broken glasses.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
remember
he was doing
that,
that
like,
shit back then.
the
He's like, you
flip-
can't break them. They unbreakable.
Oh shit.
But he wasn't. He was just fucking around. He knew that they could be broken. You know what I mean? But nah, for real. That's legit. That's Ray J's thing. Yeah.
It's cool.
Raycons.
I know they got like a lot of like, what do I want to say? Personalities to represent the company.
Raycon is a wireless audio brand co-founded by an electronics distributor, Cowboy Wholesale, in November 2017. Raycon has over 1 million customers and serves customers in the United States, Canada, and Europe. Yeah, Raycon's probably $1 billion company now.
Yeah, they got a lot of They got Offset. I'm trying to think of people I know. Offset, Farrah Abrams,
Really, Farrah
that's crazy.
Abrams. So according
Tyson,
to this
Brandy, and
according
Dwayne
to the
Wade.
company, they are $100 million. That's
That's
badass.
Lit, that's awesome.
Badass.
These are the game
Oh,
ones
yeah.
that are supposed to have a low latency mode, but I don't like the sound that it gives, so I don't use it. They're not bad though. Like I got these blue ones on it. Hold on, how do I do this? They even got a light I can turn on. Let me see if this works. I don't know. But they're not bad. I'll say that.
How much did they cost? $40?
I got them on Prime Day. Like, no, these are the gaming ones, so they're usually 120. But I got them on Prime Day, and I think I got them for like $80. Let me check.
Nice. I'm gonna go see if my baby's awake. Show her to the chat real quick.
Let's go.
Let me see. No, I want to see what I paid. Why didn't that tell me what I actually paid? Oh, here, view order details. Oh, I got them for 95. They were 95 on Prime Day.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I won't buy, like, personally, when it comes to earbuds, I don't think I would buy anything less than like $80.
Oh my god.
There's got to be like. Oh, she's chilling. Look at her. She's
She's so big now, bro.
smiling and shit.
She's like definitely away from like the newborn stage. She's getting big. She's getting features.
She-
Oh yeah.
I think she looks like you.
She's in chat.
Hold on, she's got a kid. Oh my god. What size clothes is that? Is that 3 6 months? 0 still? 0 3? Oh, okay. Yeah, we're still on the newborn.
Bro, she's tiny.
Give her some
I
time,
seen
G.
your,
Give her some time. Still early.
Your the bath time post. Crazy. I remember when
The bath time post, you liked it, right?
I
She's so
remember when
cute.
like my kids like fit in that little tub that fits inside the sink. That's
So
what it was,
adorable.
right? So you're in the, it's just chilling in your sink, right?
No, that's on the kitchen table.
Okay. We had one that would fit inside the sink, and shit is crazy, man. Cause I remember that shit like it was last week, but yeah, now they're like that, right? You had to be super careful when you moved them, and now they just run around like they're savages, bro, fighting with each other, like jumping off the couch and
She's a
elbow-dropping each other.
savage already.
It only gets worse. It only gets worse.
Hey, Clutch knows. Clutch knows.
I know it. I know it.
The girls should be like a little less savage than the boys are.
Oh yeah,
So
100%.
they should like care about things a little more. Not always, but
Once they sleep
the
through the night, it's
boys
easier.
are different. They're a different energy level.
She just wants to sleep. So that's what's been happening with her recently, right? So she will fight sleep, fight it, and then she crashes. Like eventually, and that's the trick. You just don't know when she's actually gonna go down, right? Because she might go down for 20 minutes, right? And then she's cranked. She's right back up. She's up, man. She's ready to go. But when she does finally go down, she's out all fucking night, like all night into the day. She sleeps for what feels like 12 hours. You know what I mean? It feels that way. It's not,
It's not.
but it feels that way because she's only waking up for like a diaper change and for some food. She's not really waking up to do anything besides that.
Until you go to sleep. Then she's like, yeah, now's a good time.
That's good.
Bro, she's just laying on my lap right now. She's so fucking cute. I can't stand it.
Oh man, I'm so happy for us.
So
Happy for everybody.
Clutch has got a girl. You got a girl. Dingo's
Got a girl.
a girl. Everybody's got girls. There's some
Bro.
others that are having kids too, right?
I don't
Can't keep
know.
up with all these kids.
I don't know if a son would have done what my daughter is doing to me, in terms of like my emotional growth. You know, like I don't know.
I don't know. I
Really?
couldn't tell you. I have all boys. I can be like, yeah, my daughter. No,
Yeah, it's too early for me to
I have
tell.
three. I
I
have
mean-
3 sons, and all 3 of them make me want to choke them once in a while.
Now at this age, bro, I'm telling you, my son. Oh my god, I can't. I
He's
can't.
talking back.
He's been talking back to me, you know. It's more of like being snobby about it, I guess. I don't know. Like we was playing Roblox the other day.
It's like a
and
more
motherfucker-
sophisticated talking back now, right?
Yeah, I did that too. When they smart about what they say, like when they get you when you're wrong, and you gotta like fucking own up to it in a way.
Yeah,
like,
they gotta be like, oh shit, motherfucker.
you're fucking right, but fuck it, damn.
Yeah, you're right, but I'm still
Oh.
dad, so I'd still make the rules. Or when they remember some shit, that's the problem. Is when they remember some shit, and then you tell them something like, "Yeah." But
I'm not aware of any of this.
You'll
Yeah,
get
it
there.
happens. It's like how when they get to be his son's age, is when
You're-
when it really starts.
Dude,
You're
I
good there.
can't. I can't get over this baby sometimes. Like this, my wife made this little thing. Like I watched this baby come out of my wife, and now she's in my lap, like screaming at me like a pterodactyl.
Let's go.
They're crazy, man.
Shout out to C. Shout out to all the moms. Yeah, moms are the real ones. Look at that. Oh my god.
She looks so peaceful right now.
Yeah, for real, right? Like she just looks so relaxed.
I wish I could sleep that like.
That comfortable, right?
I wish I could sleep while somebody's just picking me up and moving me around and shit. Right now, I wake up 17 times a night because I got
Oh
a
my
kid's
God.
foot in my back or neck or some shit. My kids sleep in my bed, by the way. Not my 17-year-old, but the other 2.
So adorable. Mine does too.
It'd be
Nothing
fucking-
wrong with it.
I got, like I said, I gotta, because there's gonna come a day. I don't like people are like, oh, you shouldn't do that. And I'm like, yeah, like I have a 17-year-old, right? I know how this works. There's gonna come a day where it's gonna be like that. Right?
Yeah.
Where they're gonna be like, no, I have friends that I want to hang out with, and I'm gonna be somewhere down the list below all of their friends. Right? It's like Chris, like he comes here, he's like, oh, I want to go on the computer and play games with my friends. Think you don't play games with me? The fuck?
Yeah, I know it's coming.
So you gotta
You
appreciate his
gotta
time
watch
now.
now.
You gotta watch
Years
it.
from
Yeah,
now,
you
but-
gotta-
Appreciate it. Your time flies, man.
Oh,
But
man.
what's good is I actually got my little ones on the Switch. They're playing Super Smash. And
Love
they
it.
And I love it. And I just go in there. And they don't know what they're doing yet, but I'm wrecking level 1 computers left and right, and I feel like I know how to play that game.
I do
Let's
that
go.
shit too. I do that shit too.
Because like I can't put it on harder, because like then they'll get wrecked. I can't like. They gotta learn, and I'm just over here just looking like they're like, "Yo, Daddy's so good," and I'm like, "No, this computer just doesn't know how
Crash.
to do it."
Yo, have a good night, everybody.
Yo, guys. Yep. Have a good night, guys.
Good night, guys. Super Smash, yeah, man, I love it. I haven't played in a while.
All right, boys. Thanks for the save. I'll talk to you later.